morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are when you're watching this. I just had a scrunchie. Where'd it go? Okay. I've decided to do a get ready with me. I just wanted to talk about something, and I didn't want to just do a sit down video for that. If you hear any background noises, my dog is playing right here, and my sister's watching Queer Eye downstairs, so... Okay, so I just saw Ivan Lamb's new video. He titled it Feeling Not Enough, Anxiety, and I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the things that he was addressing. I have a mirror closet right here, so if I'm like leaning over to the side and looking at it, that's why. So I noticed he hadn't been posting a whole lot, and then when he came out with this video, I felt like I related to a lot of the things he was saying. And what I've noticed recently is it seems like almost everyone is suffering from anxiety and depression recently. At least the people that I've been talking to and some people that I see on social media, YouTube specifically. He was saying that every now and then he has bouts of anxiety and he has trouble focusing on things, and he just has a lot of things that come to mind that he feels like he needs to do, which I definitely relate to. I haven't posted a video in a long time. I just finally posted one on Friday, and pretty much what I was going through was really similar to what he was saying. I felt really overwhelmed with school, and even though it was the summer, I felt like I shouldn't be putting too much effort into YouTube because I'm going to have to start school soon anyway, and then I'd just be overwhelmed with that. And a lot of my thoughts of the future, like future events, stopped me from living in the present, which is something he also mentioned. I think there's a lot of things that I want to do, and I feel like I want to accomplish it all in a short time, but thinking about how much there is to do really makes me procrastinate. It makes me overwhelmed, and then I end up not doing anything at all. Sorry about this lighting, by the way. This is what I have to work with. I'm going to work in like 30 minutes, and I just decided to film this while I get ready. So, recently, like the past few weeks, there have been nights where I'm laying in bed and I have to go to sleep early because I have somewhere to be in the morning, like school or work, and I just start having all of these ideas for things that I feel like I need to do, and then I'm not able to sleep for 3 or 4 hours, and I just end up staring into darkness thinking about all these things that I want to get done, and like kind of planning it out in my head and trying to see how it would turn out in the future, and I'll end up getting like 3 hours of sleep. Like the other night, I finally fell asleep around 5:40 in the morning, and then I had to wake up at 8 to go to school. So it was really frustrating, and I feel like my mind right now is constantly racing, and a lot of it I think is anxiety, trying to think of the future, and I feel like it's not healthy, and I think a lot of people are doing it as well. Like before, I said I'm noticing more and more people are going through the same things that I am, and it's good to know that I'm not alone, but it also kind of sucks to know that so many people are also going through it. Ivan also mentioned seeing that people on social media are doing all these extravagant things and buying houses and going to all these parties and stuff, And it kind of makes you feel bad about yourself especially when you're in a depressive episode and you see these people having so much fun and they're around the same age as you and you feel like you should be doing the same things. That was definitely something I could relate to. It definitely feels like we put a lot of expectations on ourselves to accomplish a bunch of things by the age of like 25 and be a millionaire by the age of 25 or 30. And when we're not doing that, it gives us anxiety and depression, and we feel like we're doing something wrong. And we look at these other people and say, well, how come I'm not doing that? How come I can't do that? I must be worthless, or I'm doing something wrong. And it's really unhealthy to judge ourselves in this way. In my situation, I've decided that I want to start my own business, and I don't really want to work for anyone else. And so already I'm having some stress and anxiety about that, and thinking, what if I put all my time into it and it fails? Or what if I become so overwhelmed that I end up not getting anything done and never starting this business and going nowhere in life? And at the same time, there's all these things that I want to try doing, like hobbies and stuff that take time and money, and I feel like there's not enough time for me to do this. And I'm not making enough money. I just got a job, like I said. Ivan mentioned that he had been taking time to meditate and go outdoors and kind of recenter himself, which I think is something that we all need to do. Especially, I feel like that would really help me, and I hope that soon I can do something like that. And I mean, meditating could be easy and simple and takes 5 minutes out of your day at least. And I feel like when you're sitting on social media for hours, you could be using that time to be more productive for your mental health. Like, not even cleaning your room, running errands, doing those kinds of things, but even just sitting, and whether inside or outside, and just kind of being in the present moment. We get so caught up in the things that we need to do that we're always focusing on the future and never enjoying right now. I feel like the last time that I was even in the present moment was, I don't know, years ago. I used to meditate a lot, and I loved just sitting outside and reminding myself that this is where I am right now. Nothing in the future matters right now. Nothing in the past matters right now. And I haven't done that in a long time, and I really think I need to start doing that. And I think if you're feeling anxious about the future or depressed about the present or the past or whatever, you should take some time to yourself and just sit here and say, this is the only moment I have, is right now. The future doesn't exist yet. The past no longer exists. This present moment is the only thing in existence right now. That kind of thing really helped me put my mind at ease. I'm starting to think like technology and social media kind of is playing a part in a lot of the depression and stuff that we have going on recently. I hope that as we continue on into the future, we're able to adjust better and figure out how to live for ourselves instead of always comparing ourselves to other people. I'm not sure if we'll ever come to a day where that's a reality, but I really hope that's what the future holds. I constantly have to remind myself that what people are sharing on social media is just a fraction of their lives, and it's usually only the good fraction. My sister and I have been having conversations about mental health and kind of opening up to each other about what's going on. I definitely used to keep that stuff to myself, and last semester in school I just had a really rough time, and so I'm finally like kind of sharing about that. And I feel like talking about it really helps. Just acknowledging it. When you're dealing with it by yourself, it feels like it's in control of you, whether that's anxiety or depression or any other mental health issue. But as soon as you acknowledge it and talk about it with other people, it's out there in the world, and I feel like it kind of loses its power. So one night my sister and I talked for a long time about it, and we make jokes about it and stuff, and I think that's part of us dealing with it, and I felt so relieved afterwards. If you guys are going through something similar, I highly encourage you just to talk about it. Getting it out there in the open really does help. And believe it or not, you're gonna find that that person that you're talking to most likely is going through something similar or has gone through something similar. I went to an event with my sister and my cousins, and my older cousin was having a bad day mentally, and so we were all just kind of sharing our experiences and saying like, yeah, pretty much everyone is going through similar things. Not necessarily the situations, but the feelings that come along with them. Anxiety and such. I just checked the time and I gotta go to work soon, so I'm just gonna kind of wrap this up. I was originally gonna do some eyeshadow and stuff, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I don't even know where I was going with this whole conversation rant thing. I'm very scatterbrained anyway, so I can't formulate a normal sentence in most situations. So I'm sorry if this was all over the place. But if you can take anything away from this story is, if you are dealing with anything and you're keeping it inside, make sure you let it out. Even just talk to me about it on my comments, or DM me on Instagram, Marlee_Raye, and I'll do my best to talk to you about it and help you through whatever you're going through. I'm obviously not a therapist or anything, but I think talking to regular people is always helpful as well. And since this is inspired by Ivan's video, I hope that he's able to be at peace and just be happy with whatever he decides to do. Posting even just once a month or anything like that, I just hope he's able to be at peace with that and not stress out about it too much. Alright, so that's all I have for this video. I need to hurry up and get ready for work and get out of here. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.